What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. We have a video from about 11 months to a year ago, but we're going to be going over the crashes and close calls to figure out what happened, how they happened. That lady just fell off the back of the bike, so when we're riding with passengers, be very careful with that. Don't want to slam the brakes, accelerate hard. We're going to go over that one, but we're going to be utilizing the plan method for all of this stuff, so we'll talk more about that in depth. But before we jump into it, there is a sale going on right now with Cardo. I completely forgot about it, but we're going to talk about it. July 3rd to the 4th. 22% off anything site-wide. And it's including the Pack Talk Pro. They never discount the Pack Talk Pro, and they never get anything above 20%. So 22% is a lot off. So make sure you go to the link in the description, use my coupon code, or click the link. It should work. If it doesn't, use the coupon code DDTF for 22% off. It's only for 48 hours. And they're giving out some a decal, an American flag decal to put on top of the Pack Talk Edge Pro or Neo. So that's kind of cool. I don't think they've ever done that. I think it's pretty sweet. So we're going to jump into this one. Make sure you check that out so you can talk to your buddies like this. Listen to music, turn-by-turn navigation on your phone so you don't have to, pay attention or miss your turn. It's pretty cool. I have a Pack Talk Edge. Oh. I'm concerned about the guy he hits back, like the red guy is back, because that front tire landed on his back. We'll take a look at that real quick. So we're talking a little bit about mechanism of injury on that one. Bro. So they're all walking wounded. That's good. Fairings don't look good. Bikes or whatever, they can be replaced. You can get a new bike. So and that's another thing is you can do. You can speak to your Cardo and you can tell it to mute audio. You can change songs. The buttons are easy to use. You can actually go through like Siri, Hey Google, and all that other stuff, and you're able to like do all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So he's listening to music. And they have JBL speakers. You can hear it pretty good. I'm going to stop talking about because we're going to talk about crashes. So check out the link in the description for that. I'm just excited they have a 22% off discount.
Just one person to show off can put almost the whole.
Yeah. So if you're in a group ride and somebody wants to keep showing it, why would you show off like that though? I mean, I don't know why. So he hit the back of, you can't really tell. I think he hit the back of that rider with his tire because it knocked him forward and he fell down. So I'm worried about his spine. The guy on the ground, he's moving fine. I'm thinking concussion a little bit, maybe some head injury symptoms, but overall everyone's fine, walking wounded. If they're limping, then you kind of know where the issue is, but let's move on. Another group ride. You can talk to your buddies. Has dynamic mesh. Okay, so mob rides, not very safe because it's just chaos. Everyone's trying to pass everyone. Think of it as chaos with car drivers. Ride in a staggered formation. All right, so he's going 100 kilometers an hour. So I had David King sent me this. It's pretty cool. A while back in April. I keep forgetting to bring it. He has the conversion on this. So 100 kilometers an hour, so I don't have to ask you guys, is 62 miles per hour. Okay. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Side of the vehicle, moved over. Good job. So he went from 62 miles per hour. He sees the side of the vehicle. That's the pattern. That's the road behavior that we see. It's an intersection. They're coming out in front of him. So he has to do something. He has to respond. So he's going to go ahead. He located, he's assessing if it's a relevant threat. Now we're going to navigate. So he's applying some brakes. He's probably downshifting a little bit to buy himself some time to see what's happening. So very good. So we go ahead and already move off into a new position for safety because they're making a right-handed turn. They're going to take their part of the lane. So we're going to get into a different spot. There's no traffic coming at us, but we're going to pass this person, go around them because they are going slow. So very good. So we're going 60 now. And now I know from this, we went from 62 miles per hour to 37 miles per hour, 100 kilometers an hour to 60 kilometers an hour. Okay. So now we're going 37. So good job reducing your speed by half basically. And then getting a nice swerve. Now we get ourselves out of the dangerous position because we have a car coming up ahead. So now a new position for safety because we located a hazardous situation up ahead and navigating to here. And we're going to accelerate out of this because the car behind us is still there. And now we're going back to 100, back to 62 miles per hour. Thank you, David, for the kilometers per hour to miles per hour. Now I can just say stuff like that. I love it. And he's slowing down with the flow of traffic to maintain his space cushion. So that was a great rider. All right, R1 goes against sand patches on twisties. Watch out for road surface hazards. It's harder to do that at high speeds. So maybe slow it down. riding really close with everybody. That could be dangerous. Oh, good job applying the brakes and not crashing into him. So road surface hazards with like gravel in the middle of a turn, loss of traction, it's going to slide out from underneath you, so be careful.
It's really hard to judge this situation.
Okay, messages, we're going to read this. Messages for other vehicles drivers. Lane splitting by motorcyclists is illegal in California. Intentionally blocking or impeding a motorcyclist in a way that could cause harm. Rider. Okay.
Unnecessary aggression are definitely not the way to go.
Basically saying you can do that. Wait, what did he say about crossing? There are exceptions to this law. Crossing double yellow lines may be necessary to avoid immediate danger or hazard, such as stopped vehicle. Okay, crossing double yellow may be done to protect yourself or other people. Okay, so it's almost like a self-defense law when it comes to crossing the double yellow.
Way to go.
But why are we crossing? Are we crossing double yellow because it's unsafe? Okay, so another thing about that is that, yeah, okay, you might be able to cross over. I'm assuming that this person's going to slam the brakes and we're going to have to cross over. Let's just say that. We can keep a bigger space cushion so we don't have to cross double yellow. I mean, it's one thing like, hey, let's say we're supposed to be going 45, right? The speed limit's 45, and they're going 35. And so now you're like up to them. But here's the thing. Now you're going 35 with a small space cushion. How about you increase your space cushion and just keep going 35? Match their speed, but a little bit further away. Because you're not going to be able to pass. And then once you see that it turns from double yellow to like a slash or, you know, dotted yellow or white, then it's like, okay, now you speed up and pass. I don't know. There's always solutions. Think outside the box. You don't have to. I get it, like maybe to protect yourself from crashing, you had to cross the double yellow because they slammed the brakes. Well, if you had a space cushion, you would never have to cross the double yellow. You had plenty of time to stop.
Yeah.
You had time to stop. Now, let him slow down, get back in your lane. Don't fight for it. I get it. I get it. The guy get mad, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I don't care what you have to think. I'm just going to slow down and get behind. Now he can pass. The finger's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now he passed. Now you're able to pass this one. Okay. So just keep a space cushion. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares what other people are thinking about you? Okay? I just saw a video at the very beginning of this. Yami Noob and his new producer Logan created a new WOW acronym, and yeah. So I mean, what was it? Wet surface, oncoming traffic, and wreck. Good job. Who cares? We're having fun. All right, side of the vehicle. Okay. So with that one, so we're coming up here. Okay, so we're gonna do the open lane pattern ourselves. We're switching lanes because we don't want to be stuck behind this vehicle. He's turning right. Open lane to our left. Let's go ahead and go there. Now, the problem with that vehicle coming out, okay, we see the side of the vehicle right there. They can't see us. It's blocked by this car, and that's going to be called line of sight, okay? Line of sight problem. Okay, so if we pass, that's our world. That's our perception, our perspective, our world we're passing. Their perception, their world, they don't see anybody. They go. Okay, cool. Two different worlds are colliding. You can't control what they're doing. You can control what you're doing. And that's what he did. Okay, so he swerved out of the way. So just, we're understanding people's perspectives and perceptions. It doesn't mean it's always going to come into our favor. It's what we do with the new situation when they collide, the two perceptions. Okay, we're just trying to understand other drivers' perspectives on this. So we come over, he did a head check, very good, open lane pattern, we're switching over. And now we see this vehicle. Now our two perspectives, two realities are colliding. Okay, they're coming together. Now, what do we do here? We are only going 32 33 miles an hour. Okay, not too bad. 33 miles per hour, not too bad. We can slow down pretty well with a good total stopping distance. We can't stop in time, possibly, but we can slow down a lot. Okay, we can slow down a lot. So perceive. Okay, so we located. We're going to assess, yes, navigate, brakes. We're going to navigate with our brakes because their goal is to get across. Okay, their goal is to get across. They want to get across. So if we apply the brakes enough and slow down enough and they get across before we get to them, great, we win. But they didn't. So as soon as he recognized that they weren't going fast enough, we switched gears. Probably quite literally, but we went from braking, okay, if I keep braking, I'm not going to stop in time, and they're not getting out of the way fast enough. I'm aiming for my escape path and doing emergency acceleration. So he did an emergency swerve and acceleration. He went from braking, swerving, to acceleration. Do you see how that's 3 tools in your tool belt when it comes to emergency maneuvers? One of them might not solve it. One of them might not solve it. You might have to switch. You might have to do things, but that's why you need the skill set to do all of it. But braking at first will buy you some time to, oh, there's my escape path. Oh, there's this. There's that. Oh, he's not stopping. Now I got to go for it. You see how it happens quickly? Now, why does it happen quickly? Because it's happening quickly, but it's an emergency situation. But how do we get to a point of switching gears and switching what we're doing and finding escape paths after braking and doing this? How do we do that quickly for ourselves? A lot of training. Every time you go riding, it's training. Every time you watch one of these videos, it's training. Every time you go to a parking lot to practice your smart rider drills, it's training. Don't think of it as I'm just going for a ride. It's like, yeah, you're going for a ride, but how many times have you made a left turn? How many times did you accelerate off the stoplight? How many times did you have to apply the brakes? How many times did you have to swerve over around a pothole? That's swerve practice, braking practice, acceleration practice, turning practice. Every turn, every swerve, every brake, every acceleration, do it smoothly as best you can, but consciously. Oh, I'm accelerating. Oh, I'm turning. Oh, I'm braking. Oh, I'm swerving. Oh, I'm searching for hazards. The more you do that consciously, the more you're training your brain with neuroplasticity. And then when something like this happens, boom, you're able to do it because you've had practice on normal rides. So good job with that save. Good job. And wet. It's a wet road. Even better. I need a thumbnail. 1 second. Oh. I love the music that he uses.
He and his passenger got way too confident on the bike, and this incident.
Okay, so right here, let's take a look. So no gear. Let's diagnose the situation. Okay, let's not look at them. Let's look over here. Let's look over here. Why do you think he was accelerating fast? Okay, just think about it. Like, what do you guys think? Okay, so now when we see that, he was watch the front end. Okay, watch this front end. Right before she falls. See how I did that? See how I did that? He accelerated, got a little bit up. He did a little mini power wheelie. A little power wheelie. Now, let's say you guys want to do this anyways. Let's say you want to do it. It's fine. You little power wheelie. You know, this doesn't happen all the time when somebody does this. This is kind of a random situation. It's uncommon still. But if you guys are having the Pack Talk Edge Duo, or if you get any of the Cardo stuff, which there's a sale going on for 22% off, have one on her helmet, have one on your helmet. Tell her, hold on. Grab me. I'm going to do this. Tell her. She probably doesn't even know that you're going to do it. You just did it. When you have a passenger, you need to communicate with your passenger what you're doing. Hey, I'm going to accelerate hard here. Hey, I'm stopping hard. Hey, hold on. Hey, we're going to go for a turn. And then after a while, like on turns, you don't have to tell her. She knows what to do. At stoplights, she knows what to do. But especially on situations like this, hey, I'm going to do a power wheelie real quick. Hold on. Because you don't want that. And they have a Bluetooth system. I don't know what one, but he probably has one and she doesn't.
This rider admitted that he and his passenger got way too confident on the bike, and this incident gave them a lot
She
to
tried.
think
We talk about mechanism of injury. So she's landing on the top of her head or on the base of her head. Either way, it's going to compress or flex or extend the cervical spine. So we possibly have a spinal cord injury. But if she did hit her head, she could have a head injury, whether it's a level 1 through 4, probably level 1 TBI, which is just a minor concussion. But still, with no gear other than gloves, road rash. Road rash. Swing those hips around. That's a very appropriate song for that video. All right, here it comes.
Rear brake.
Okay, so he's practicing. Very good. And went a little too far. A little too far. There's no one on the road. This looks like a road that's not a lot of traffic. So he's practicing.
Okay, the
Broke
rear brake
some
wasn't
things.
strong enough.
Okay, rear brake wasn't strong enough. He's practicing. He's doing after actions on himself. This is kind of what I do when it comes to the Smart Rider drills. I'm like, oh, I can accelerate around this cone, or I need to brake on this cone. I can cut this cone short, or whatever. I need to go wide on this one. So you're doing after action to get better. So that's what he's doing here. So that's fine. High risk. He needs to develop the higher skill.
The bike is messed up.
And so you deal with damages to the bike. That's why you have protection for the bike, protection for yourself. He has, it seems like, gear. Ooh.
This rider couldn't let go of the confrontation, but it's important to note.
Oh, you got to
that
practice
he
your
didn't
U-turns if
take
you're going to be
out
doing
of his
that.
anger on the driver, he just exchanged some words.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's take a look at what actually happened. Okay, we don't really care too much about the after, like, oh, I'm pissed. Regulate your emotions. Shit happens. Don't have to worry about it. Take care of yourself. All right, here we go. So we're coming around this corner. It's a blind corner. We don't see the vehicle. Now we see the vehicle. Okay, this seems pretty typical. If that's an intersection for vehicles, yeah, they should saw us and like stomped and waited because they have to yield, but they didn't, so they just went for it. Maybe we were going super fast. Let's take a look. Were we going really fast? Maybe they don't anticipate. Yeah, we're going pretty fast. So they weren't anticipating somebody going that fast and catching up to them, and they thought they could probably make it. Good job with the brakes, though. Good job with the brakes. If he didn't apply the brakes and just decided to rev bomb, we would have had issues. So good job with the brakes. You see how that's going to save him? Could have swerved left a little bit, but
Go of the confrontation.
it is what it
It's
is.
important to note that he didn't.
We don't have to do this.
With such an.
All right, little wheelies, landing wheelies, having fun.
Visibility, the
Going
bike
pretty
could
fast.
Only rely on luck.
Oh, dear. Couldn't see much there. Can't do much on that situation, so always be aware for cagers.
Sit back, couch, and watch. Look at this.
Okay, well, they kind of creeped out a little bit. Okay. Let's take a look. They creeped out. So we're on our lane. Look at the lane that we're in. We're in the middle. We switched towards the middle. They went towards the middle too. We did that so we have better view, but if you know it's a blind curve, just kind of stay a little bit more to the right.
Yes.
But it is what it is. You got to swerve if you have
See what
to.
I'm talking about?
No.
See, I have a microphone.
What?
Okay. So he's talking about setting up motovlog stuff.
Nope.
Okay, we're not going to hit mirrors. Okay, so he's doing a motovlog. He's got a side of the vehicle coming out right there. Not a fun thing to have, but once we recognize that, let's put our hands back on the handlebars. Let's apply some brakes a little bit. We don't have to put a lot, just a little bit of progressive braking to get ourselves slowing down to kind of see what's about to happen and then move over into the skate path, which is what he did.
What the?
See how he moved over to the skate path? But you don't have to pass. You can just stay in the skate path, slow down, and let them have it. It's not a big deal. And then when it's time to pass, it's time to pass.
Nope.
Don't hit the mirrors. All right, so we're coming here, another side of the vehicle. Swerve. Good job with the swerve. So with that part right there, okay, so we see the side of the vehicle coming out. So when it comes to locating the hazard, is it a relevant threat? Yes. We have to navigate. So he's going to swerve left, apply a little bit of brakes. That's initial reaction. That's fine. Swerve left into the open spot. But when you swerve, you really want to swerve, okay? Don't just kind of move over. I want you to swerve. Okay, swerve out of the way. I want to aim. Here's the thing, guys. Like, I don't want to aim for like this. Or okay, let's go back just a little bit. Let's just go back just a little bit.
Nope.
I want to show you what I'm aiming for when I swerve. Because when I say swerve, it's very easy to say, okay, I swerved out of the way. No, I want you to freaking swerve. So we get up to here. Great lane positioning. This is a great lane positioning because we have space cushions to the right. We have a big area to the left that nobody's really in. So I like that he's in the left part of the lane. Okay, that's going to give him a lot of options. An easy one is like just to do that, right? Okay, so we're coming up to here. Okay, we see that. Here's the swerve. So I'm not just trying to aim for this right here. I'm aiming for that. I'm aiming for the far side of that next lane. Not this. Because if I'm right here and it's a problem, right here could be a problem too. I'm going to swerve hard here. Now, so if you swerve super hard, could the bike lose traction? Yes, if you do hard directional steering, right? So if you're going, I don't know, I can't see the speed. Let's say he's going 45. If you're going 45 and you just try to direct steer, well, you're going to flip the bike. So you're going to have to do some counter steering. You have to do that directional steering. So what's happening is, yeah, you might, let's take a look. So if we do a short, I'm exaggerating this, but if we do a short swerve, it's going to be quick to that. If we do a hard swerve, if we're going to do a hard swerve, it's going to take you a little bit more to finally get to that. So if a short swerve will probably be like that. Okay. For illustrative purposes, that's not exactly how it's going to turn out. But this extra time to get to the other side is going to take extra distance. But during this time right here, during that extra time and distance, you're still getting farther away. So yes, you want to aim for it, but you can do that. Now, think about it though. Think about it. How can we practice this, right? This right here, this position is the same distance in a lane as that position. So if we had to swerve, let's say we're over here, right here in this part. If we swerved hard to this side, it's the same distance as swerving right here to this side. You see that? So how do we practice? If we're riding in town or in a lane, there's no traffic or whatever, pick out a spot right in front of us. Let's say it's a pothole or just a different colored spot. We're right, and it's going to be right over us. And normally we'll just kind of like, oh, I'm going to go around it like that, right? Oh, wrong button. So if there's a spot here, let's practice swerving to the other side of the lane. It's not hard to do. You'll be, with some good oomph, you can do it. And so the same thing applies to the other side of this lane. Now, it would be extremely hard to get like swerve hard into the parking lot. But that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if you're going to swerve, don't swerve, oh, there's a car coming, I'm going to swerve a little bit inside my lane. Oh, the car's coming, I'm going to swerve a little bit basically inside my lane. Take up a whole new spot over there. And that's because if they do come out and they peek out here, instead of swerving into this spot and colliding, I'm going to go ahead and swerve into this spot initially. And if they end up right here, I'm still out of there. That's what I'm trying to get at. So from here, he swerves. Good. But we barely make it to the inside of this lane. Just a tiny baby swerve. Swerve to this side. Aim for this side. You might not make it to this side until like right here. Right? So we're talking about distance also. So let's say this is like where he swerved. But if we kept aiming for, let's say we're aiming for this side. But maybe like right here. Let's just do this. Right here where he finally ends up. He'll probably be like right here. You know what I mean? So let's say we're aiming for this side. And about like right here where we enter in our travel, he might be right here still aiming for this side, right? But he's right here versus right here. This space cushion is better than this space cushion. So you still want to aim for it. You might not achieve it, just like total stopping distance. You're still going to be able to be further away. Do more than you need to. Okay? Do more than you need to. You don't realize how much more you might need. Practice your swerves inside your lanes from one side to the other. You'll get better at it. And then right here, don't look back. Don't look back. This is a great head position to make a really sharp right turn for him. Don't look back, because now you're naturally, I mean, we want to go back in our lane, but you don't know what's happening in front of you. You succeeded, you passed, you're good. Look forward, get back in your lane, new position for safety. It's a natural response. I get it. It's a natural response. You want to check your pants? That's fine. Scary. There you go. Good. Okay, so don't ride angry. This is called self-regulation. So he's doing a little somatic release with some breathing. Very good. I would pull off into like one of these areas. I wouldn't stay in the middle of the road, but perfect. Good job, though. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. I'm just saying, like, aim for something more.
Where it looks like the driver blinded by the sun completely.
Hold those handlebars, dude.
Right.
He's only holding with like 2 fingers. Like, why do we need to clutch down and stuff? He's ready for a horn. He's barely holding on. Like, dude, hold that.
Sure.
Yeah, your horn did a lot, did it? Horn did nothing. Horn did nothing. Ding, ding, ding. All right, here we go. Grom Squatch. How you doing, Grom Squatch? Some Chipotle. All right, so we're going to turn left. There's a left turn arrow. Just double checking. Okay, merging. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. They kind of started going in after you. Okay, they're supposed to go to the first available lane. It looks like it's a 2-lane road. Not a big deal. Now, if you see this, though, kind of like what Grom Squatch did, this is one of those emergency accelerations to get out of there, just in case. Now, there's no centerline stripe, but it's a big enough lane. They probably were just going to try to make it a 2-lane. But yeah, just accelerate out. Happens. It happens. Happens with cars. Like you're in a car, they're in a car. All right, here we go. We're going to go a little wide. Good job recognizing that. Moving over, new position. These things happen. You don't even really tell and how they can happen. Oh, I remember this one. Oh. Good job with the brakes. A big problem, let's say he applied the brakes hard with the handlebars turned like that, it would fall towards that way. So you apply the brakes, it compresses the front forks, it bops up, but it starts to lean hard to the right. So that's pretty scary, but he did great. It's a blind turn, so we have a line of sight issue. Good job with the brakes. Now, slow speed, he was able to do that. He did slam it, but at slow speed, once it grabs traction, you can really grab it. And it takes a little bit more for you to grab traction at higher speeds, so this is perfectly fine. He probably had his foot down. Good job with the paddle walking. It's pretty tough if you can't put your feet down after something like that. That person should have went a little wider, or maybe we should have went wider. I don't know what the road rules here in this country. But good job with the brakes and not dropping the bike. All right, so he's looking for traffic. He's gonna accelerate. We got cars moving behind him. Whoa! So I don't know if it's the same, because for here, you have to go in the first available lane. So we didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so but I don't... Like, we're supposed to go in the first available lane. Or maybe he's in the lane that's the lane that it goes into, you know what I mean? If it's like a 3 or 2-lane turn, you stay in your lane. That car, though, knew what he was doing. Very close call. Very lucky, though. Very lucky. All right. Lane filtering. The guy in the car is just a D-bag, probably. It's just whatever. We're going to move on. We're not going to deal with them. All right, here we go. Intersection. So that's going to be an orange stage. We're going to be paying attention, locating hazards. They yielded. Good. We're moving on. Rain. Watch out for road surface hazards. So it's going to be wet. So a longer time to brake, a longer time to accelerate because you need your tires to get that traction. Make sure you have good tire tread. If you have bald tires, this is extremely dangerous. Watch out for oil at the intersections because it will come up. It's a surfactant. Water will get underneath the oil, push it up.
Been trying to force your way in.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't see too much. We're just talking about the rain. Let's move on. Whoa, was that a lightning strike? I bet you he felt it. I bet you he felt that. All right, close call. Here we go. We're merging into the lane. We have a cyclist. There's the side of the vehicle. Good job slowing it down. Whose fault was it? The car. The car's fault. They probably didn't see us because of the line of sight issue. So let's take a look. So you see how you can't see you can barely see the car. You can barely see. I always look in between cars like this to see if I see the side of a vehicle. And if I do, that means they're waiting. I really want to make myself visible. So now you definitely see the side of the vehicle. Start to slow it down. Okay, as soon as they do that, good job. Job with the brakes. We have some horns and everything. They see it. Everyone sees it fine. You aim for your escape still. Okay. It is what it is. Moto Hermit. All right, so we're coming up through here, merging area. So everyone's just trying to merge. Not a big deal. Side of the police car. He kind of, it wasn't supposed to be doing that. Okay. Roundabout. So the people are supposed to yield. Didn't yield. Okay, just getting behind them. Not a big deal. We're gonna get some gasolina. Uh-oh. Ooh, they caught it. So right here, there's a little coupling. It'll snap off. Now, I had a mother-in-law at one point do this, broke it, and then started driving down the highway. And she had to pay like $450. I think north of $450 to repair this. I guess pay them back. But it snaps off right there. And so if you're driving, this thing's gonna be whipping around. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Yeah. Just pay attention. Get off your phones. Another thing, just a little heads up. When you're pumping gas, right? Don't sit there with your hand on the nozzle. What you don't know, and there's a great video of it, and ever since I seen it like over a decade ago, I don't stand next to the gas pump. When you're pumping gas, you're getting vapors. Even with those vapor control things in California you guys like, those things are annoying, you're still going to get vapors coming out, okay? Hydrocarbon vapors. So gasoline, Class B fuel, hydrocarbon vapors. Still going to come out. Those fumes smell good? Okay. All right. Get yourself a gasoline candle, the one that smells like gasoline. Don't stand next to these vapors. That's a cancer-causing thing, okay? So what I do is I start the pump and I do the little hand thingy so it stays locked in, and I walk over to this side. I walk over there. And then I just keep an eye on what it is. And when it's done, I come around, undo it, put it back, get back in the car, and go. Okay? Don't stand next to it. You get the vapors. You get all these vapors here. And it like completely engulfs your body, so it gets in your clothes, and now you're smelling it the whole time in the car too. And it's not good for your lungs, brain, all that stuff. That would have been expensive. And every time I drive off, even though I know I put it back, before I put it in drive, I look at my mirror and I see if it's attached or not. All right, here we go. This music is stupid. Open lane pattern. We've seen that all the time. Good job. Recognize it. Probably saw the high vis, thankfully. So we're coming. Here's another side of the vehicle. Slow it down. No reason to accelerate into it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, we're in a car. Are we going to watch a motorcyclist crash? Oh, nice little pass on the right. Not very smart of the rider. We have these other videos right here. But once again, thank you, MotoStars, for putting this video out there 11 months ago. We do have that Cardo sale July 3rd and 4th. 22% off site-wide, including the Pack Talk Pro. And you get a sweet little decal when it comes to, you can put it on your Pack Talks. So with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. I'll be seeing you guys on the next live stream.